If you're an executive dad in your 40s, you're already working out and you're confused why is that stubborn belly fat not disappearing, then this video is for you. Now, over the last few years, I've spoken to hundreds of executive dads in their 40s, and I've literally been having 90% of the same conversations, already working out, struggling with eating, and they have the same goals: losing the belly fat, building muscle, building strength, and then also increasing energy levels so that you got enough energy to play with the kids, do reading, and have quality time with your wife. And here's the reality of it. The programs that are out there, it's generic coaching towards anybody and everybody. Now, it isn't designed specifically for your lifestyle. When there is literally Monday can be starting off well, you got then maybe client dinners, you got pickups and drop-offs with the kids, you've got a trip to go to, then next thing you know, you're at an airport, you're eating at a hotel, you got another client dinner. Weekend rolls around and it's socials, then it's picking up the kids, being Uber dad for the kids. Then you got a Saturday meal with the family, and then it's Sunday and the week has to reset. So what happens is that when you got a generic plan, it does not take into account there. And some plans are out there that you say, no, eat out of Tupperware, but we have real life to live. So how can you do that? How can you stay consistent when there's so many moving parts? And this is what I've been working on. And the real problem, what I found, is that there's no rules around those areas. So that's what the real problem is, and why I've built something called the Fit Exec system. And this is exactly what I install in my clients' lives. And so there's three parts to this. The first is having a plan for weekdays. And this means having a proven plan, because you need to be, there's certain things to be doing on the nutrition front, sleep front, on the stress management, and also on the strength training side. So there's certain things to be doing. And the key is that Monday to Thursday, you can go well, but then what happens is weekends come about. Need to really have a plan in advance of what to do, and then do scenario analysis, just so like you would do in a financial model, scenario analysis for your actual life. How are you going to get steps in? How are you going to do certain things in nutrition? How are you going to order at a Japanese restaurant versus an Italian restaurant for breakfast, for lunch, or dinner? There's so many variables out there that need to start thinking differently in order to get different results. And this is what I help my clients with in order to shift their thinking. And it doesn't happen overnight. What I found is that, newsflash, brace yourselves. If you're in your 40s, it will take 18 to 24 months to rewire how you think. If you think you can do it in 3 months, literally you're fooling yourself. And many clients of mine, they joined for a short time. Initially, I was doing very, very short time a period, and then I realized, you know what, that it doesn't work. And so it takes 3 to 4 months to actually get results. If you want to drop that 20 pounds, you can do that. But in order to sustain it, you have to invest in yourself in terms of 1.5 to 2 years to really shift it. Because weekdays, weekends, have to do it literally month after month after month. And then the third element of this is travel and everything else that comes with it. So this could be business travel, it could be holidays, it could be weekend trips away. How is it that you manage this? Because many men I speak to, some men think, you know what, I need to wait for the right time. Well, if you can tell me you are less busier, you've got less responsibility, you've got more free time than you had 10 years ago, then great. But most men, what they tell me, they've got less time, they've got less energy, they've got more responsibility and more stress than they had 10 years ago. So if that's what happened over the last 10 years, what do you think is going to happen over the next 10 years? So that's the thinking for yourselves in terms of what needs to change. And so this is what it comes back down to. And once you have rules in place, once you've got targets, you can have something to aim for. And it always comes back down to identity, because this is what this is going to do. Yes, you will on the outside, you're going to be losing weight, you're going to be building muscle, you're going to be getting leaner, you're going to be feeling, you're going to have all those things. But the most important thing is internally, How you're feeling about yourself. How proud do you feel when you look at yourself in the mirror? How confident do you feel that you have the strength required and the endurance if you need to do certain things? If you need to lift, to move something heavy, could you do that? And also, this is the biggest thing. How is it that you are showing up as a role model for your kids? Because kids will always listen to, well, they'll always absorb what you're doing instead of being told what to do. So if they are going to be mirroring your current habits, what's the trajectory for their life if they copy you? And if you change and they copied your different habits which are more aligned with that fitter, healthier version of you, what does it show them, and what are they going to carry on as well? So that's the biggest thing. Always thinking about, it's not just about myself, but other people are affected, because you do have influence around the family as well as in your team as well. If you'd like to experience what something could look like, then I invite you to apply and put your name down for the wait list of the 14-day reset when I hold it next. This is a private environment for executive dads in their 40s who want to have, they've got similar goals. You want to lose the belly fat, build muscle, and gain more energy. And you've maybe hit a plateau, you maybe regained weight. So there's yo-yo every few months. Maybe you've lost muscle mass and you want to build the muscle mass, or there's energy crashes. These are all the different challenges along the way. So you could do this by yourself, but I curate groups specifically of men around doing the same thing. So if you'd like to be in that environment and set the foundation for what is to come, then you can put your name. The link is in the comments below. Remember, you are the CEO of your body. Your kids, your wife, they are not responsible for how you move, how you eat, how you sleep, how you train. You are.